Hi, I'm Jo from E&S Computers, and today we are going to be looking at LibreOffice Writer. I've already done an overview of LibreOffice in a previous video, so feel free to have a look and check that one out. So here we are with LibreOffice Writer. Now it's fairly self-explanatory. If you're used to using Microsoft Word, then this isn't going to be hugely different. All of the icons along the top, all you need to do is hover over them and it tells you exactly what they do. So we've got your bog standard bold, italic, underline, which you can choose different underline styles. You've got your strike through there, so you've got your superscript and subscript, so it's not overly difficult to use. So we're just going to create a simple document just to give you a feel of what the difference is between this and using Word in Office. Let's get started. So as you can see, blank document, so we're going to add a title to the document. So up here you've got all of your formatting, so we're going to actually choose title. So we're going to put in LibreOffice. Now if you didn't want your title to be in the center of the page, up here you've got the option to move over to the left, but I'm going to leave that one for now in the middle, and we're going to drop down a couple of lines and I'm going to go in. Now automatically it's reverted to text body, so that's just a normal text, but I'm going to add in a subtitle, which we have got here. So I'm going to click on subtitle. Again, this has gone back to the middle, so I'm going to put in writer because that's what we're working in, and I'm going to go down a couple of lines. So now I'm happy that it's gone into the text body for now, and then should we want to change formatting, we can do so later. We can go in and we're just going to put in a simple sentence. This writer is an alternative to Microsoft Office Word with an added R. There we go. So we have this section here. So if you wanted to, selecting text is exactly the same as you would in Word. So left click on the mouse and drag over, so that is all highlighted. So once you've highlighted a section of text, all you need then to do is, if you wanted to bold it for instance, then you've got that up there, you just click on it and it bolds it, and here you have got your font size. So you can go down and we're going to put that to a 14, and let's have a look and change the font and see what we'd like. So we'll just randomly choose that one there. So as you can see, it's not hugely different when it comes to using LibreOffice Writer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through and we're going to create a list, and we're going to put the font back down to 12. So here we go. So you've got your lists up here. So you've got your unordered list, so this just gives you bullet points, or you have your numbered list with the options here, depending on whether you want it numbered or lettered. Roman numerals, entirely up to you. With the unordered list, you can choose from different bullet points. So we're going to go with a little arrow there. It automatically indents it, so that's good to do. So we are going to go through and we are going to create a basic list. So I'm going to put item 1. Now this is still picked up in bold from the previous, So to take this off of bold, left click and drag so that I've highlighted the whole section. Click on bold again and it's taken it off of bold. Once creating a list, as soon as you put down your first one, all you need to do is press enter on the keyboard and it goes down. As you can see, it's got quite a wide line spacing. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to change the line spacing to 1, and that has reduced it. So we will go through and see if we can go again. There we go. So item 2 and item 3. So here we have a list of 3 items. Now, if you wanted to remove your unordered list, or if you wanted to change the bullet point and go, actually no, that doesn't fit in with what I'm trying to do, you literally just choose it there from the list. So we'll go to a normal circle dot. If you want to create a list and have a sub list within it, all you need to do then is when you go to do a new, you can then choose, you can tab across, and then if you want to change that, for instance, you could make that then a diamond and do a sub list, even though that looks wrong. There we go. So that's lists kind of covered there. So next we will have a look at inserting a table. Okay, inserting a table. Very simple to do. Along the top here we have insert a table. You can do Control and F12 to do this with a keyboard shortcut, but we are going to use the icon up here. So when you click the arrow next to where it says table, this is where you choose whether you want 4 columns, 2 columns, and how many rows you want. So we're going to do a 3 column, and we're going to do a nice 3 by 4. So we're going to go into there. So we've now got the table in the document. So we're going to do, select here, and we're going to make the header row, we're going to make that bold. So I've selected that, and that's going to be bold because that's our header there. So we're going to do column 1, column 2, column 3. So there we have the 3 columns, and I'll click down to the next row and it's come up. This has come off, so we don't have that in bold anymore. So once you're in the table, as you can see along the bottom, you can add a row above, add a row below, and you can add in columns, and you can highlight a row and delete a row. So if you created a table and you've got a row left over, you can delete it, not a problem. And there we go. So, and you can also decide where in the cell you want the text to lie. On here we have it set to the top, so if I go to there and move that to the middle, and if I made this row bigger, you can see that it centralised the text, so you can make the row wider if you wanted to, or lower. And as far as the borders go, you can go in and you can edit borders on here, and you can choose your border style. So you can make the table as fancy or as sort of simple as you want to. So if, for example, you wanted a text document where you have, it looks like it's a table, so everything's lined out, so you've got it all uniform, but you don't want the borders, then you can just go in and select in here, and we can select that one there for no borders. So you can see here that the borders have gone grey. That's for your reference only, so you can see those, but when you go to actually print the document, it will just be a nice uniformed document with your columns, but you won't have any borders on your table. So, and if you get to the end of your table and you want to add another row, all you need to do is go to the very last cell in the last column, and if you press tab, it will automatically add a row for you. Equally, if you put in an extra row, or you just want to remove one, if you highlight the row, you can either come down to the bottom where you can remove the row there, or you can highlight the row, right click, and then you can delete the row there. So nice and simple to do. And when you've clicked out of the table, you'll notice that down here where you had all your icons for formatting the table have disappeared. Okay, let's go ahead and add a text box. So up here we have the letter A with a box around it. So as you can see, when you're hovering over it, it says insert text box. So we're going to click on here and we're going to make a text box like so, and we're going to put in this is a text box. So we now have created a text box and it's got text in there. By default it doesn't give you a border for the text box, so should you wish, there are lots of options, but we're going to go with the basic normal line. Here you can decide on the thickness of the line that you want to have around your text box. We're going to leave it on 0.10 centimeters, and here you can choose your colour, so we'll go with nice purple, and also you can leave the text box as it is with a plain background, but should you wish you can choose a colour, gradient, hatching, bitmap or pattern. I'm going to go for gradient. Now by default it chooses pastel bouquet, but it does have several different options on here, so I'm going to leave it at pastel bouquet. So you've got all of your options along the top. So here we have a text box, and if you want to put it in the center of your document, along here you can choose where you want to align. So we're going to align this so that it's centered, and that then just moves it over. So if you wanted your text box to be bigger or smaller, you've got your little orange markers around the outside of the box. So what we're going to do here is, if you left click, you can make it smaller. So if we do it like that, and because we've selected centered, it automatically recenters the box for you. For now, I think that's about it for LibreOffice Writer. There are lots of other functions within Writer itself, but we will go through those in another tutorial. If there's anything specific you would like to know about using Writer, please feel free to comment below and we'll do our best to do a video for you. Future videos for Writer will include how to save as a PDF, which we do get asked quite a lot when people are using Writer how to do this, so we're going to do a video on there. Putting in a page break and inserting bookmarks, headers and footers. So we have a lot more work to do on the tutorials for LibreOffice, so look out for future videos. I'm Jo, this is E&S Computers. Please hit like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll be back with another writer tutorial very soon. Thanks. Bye.